The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Dear children, as it is raining outside, I want all of you to listen to the video a bit more carefully since the audio quality of the video won't be up to the mark. So listen carefully. Hello my dear kiddies, how are you? We learned a very interesting story about Tom Sawyer. Wasn't it interesting? Today I have a guest with me who will give us a gist of our story, Tom Sawyer, the smart whitewasher. Let's see.
Hello friend, I am Neha Praman. Did you read the story of Tom Sawyer? It is very interesting. Tom Sawyer is a fun-loving boy. He lived with Aunt Polly and his little brother, Sydney. He skipped school and went for swimming. Sydney told this to Aunt Polly and Aunt Polly punished Tom. He had to whitewash the entire fence in the weekend while lots of his friends were enjoying their weekend. But Tom hacked a plan. He made his friends believe that whitewashing is a fun and all his friends requested Tom for a chance. Tom gave them a chance by collecting something written from them. This way Tom escaped from whitewashing the fence.
So that was Neha. She explained very well, isn't it? So my dear children, I hope you have all understood what was the story about. Okay, so now let's move on to the grammar part. Children, take your studio, page number 33, Fun with Words. Read the following sentences. In the first sentence, Tom is happy about painting the fence. Happy is given in bold black letters. Then in the second sentence, Tom is unhappy about painting the fence. So in the first sentence, happy, and in the second sentence, unhappy, quite the opposite of happy. Do these sentences mean the same? Yes or no? Is happy and unhappy the same? Do they mean the same? Not at all. Unhappy is the opposite of happy. Happy, unhappy. Okay? So unhappy is quite the opposite of happy. So tick no. Do these sentences mean the same? No, not at all. If no, what is the difference in the meaning of the two sentences? What is the difference? Right here, in the space given here. Yes, exactly. The difference, the only difference is happy means santosha and unhappy means sad. So, write that here. Then, which word gives the difference? Write it here. In the second question, you write what is the difference between the two. So, notice the word happy and unhappy. In both the words, happy is there. The only difference is we added un in the second sentence. In the second sentence, before writing happy, we have put un. That is the only difference. So did you notice when two letters are coming in front of a word, the entire meaning of the word is changed. So happy becomes unhappy. See, okay, look at the word happy. When we add un, the meaning of the entire word. So UN is called prefix. Okay, what is it called? Prefix. Observe that adding UN before happy changes the meaning of the second sentence. It forms a new word, unhappy. So in the first sentence, happy is given. Okay, Tom is happy about painting the fence. But when we added the letter UN in the second sentence, Tom is unhappy about painting the fence. So it forms a new word, unhappy. Happy means joy, unhappy means the opposite of joy. Here UN is a prefix that forms a word of opposite meaning. So here this UN is called prefix, which changes the meaning of the entire word. Okay, it changes the meaning of the entire word and forms the opposite of the given word. Also, there is a definition for prefix. What is it? A prefix is a group of letters added at the beginning of a word to form a new word. A prefix is a group of letters added in the beginning of a word. Okay, it will be added in the beginning, not at the end. It will be only added in the beginning. That is why it is called prefix. Okay, it is added in the beginning. The word prefix means to fix something before or in front of it. So the word prefix means to fix something before or in front of it. Okay, now let's see some words. Figure 1 lists some examples of common prefixes. Some common prefixes are given here in figure 1. Let's see one by one. First word is happy. Did you see? First word is happy. Plus UN is added in front of happy. So it became unhappy. So unhappy is the opposite of happy. In the second one, perfect. Perfect. In front of perfect, we added IN plus IN. So it became imperfect. First the word is perfect, but when we added IN to it, it became imperfect, which is the opposite of perfect. Then third one, guided. Third one is guided plus MIS, misguided. Guided, misguided. Okay. Fourth one, satisfied. Okay, satisfied. Before that we added DIS. It became dissatisfied, the opposite of satisfied. Then correct. In front of it we added IN plus correct, incorrect. Correct, incorrect. Correct means right, incorrect means wrong. So I hope you understood. Whenever we add a prefix in front of a word, the word will become the opposite of the given word. Now take page number 34. This you have to learn. Okay, you have to learn this. Come to page number 35. Form opposites of the underlined words in the given sentences using prefixes. Rewrite the sentences using the newly formed prefixes. One has been done for you. So there are some words in each sentence which is underlined. Okay. So using prefixes we have to change the sentence and write it in the given space. First one is Tom agreed to whitewash the fence. Agreed is underlined. Agreed is underlined. So we have to change the word agreed by adding prefix. Agreed is underlined, so we have to add prefix to the word. So we added dis in front of agreed. It became disagreed, the opposite of agreed. Agreed means okay, sammadichu. Disagreed means not okay, sammadichilla. Okay, so the second one, Tom disagreed to whitewash the fence. In the first one, Tom agreed to whitewash the fence. Tom agreed to whitewash the fence. In the second one, Tom disagreed to whitewash the fence. Then second one, Tom is a very active boy. Tom is a very active boy. Now what active is underlined, so put prefix in front of active. What will come? In, inactive, opposite of active. Okay, active means very smart boy. Okay, Tom is a very active boy. Now form another sentence with its opposite after adding prefix. Tom is a very inactive boy. Third one, Ben was very polite while asking Tom to let him paint. So polite is underlined. What will be the prefix for polite? Impolite. Add in. So Ben was very impolite while asking Tom to let him paint. Fourth one, Billy Fisher tied the kite's string. Billy Fisher tied the kite's string. So what is the opposite of tied? Untied. So we are adding un in front of tied. Untied. Billy Fisher untied the kite's string. Fifth one, Aunt Polly asked Sydney to lock the door. Aunt Polly asked Sydney to lock the door. Now, what is the opposite of lock? Unlock. So we added un in front of lock. It will become unlock. So Aunt Polly asked Sydney to unlock the door. Now, sixth one, Tom used his time during the punishment. Tom used his time during the punishment. Used is underlined, so misused. Tom misused his time during the punishment. How did Tom misuse his time? Without working, he tricked his friends and they painted for him while he relaxed. My dear children, practice prefix in your file. Write all the prefix that we learned today. We will meet again very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.